One of the more serious problems going on today is that we are constantly being pandered to. I mean, it doesn't seem like much of a problem, right? You figure that we're living in a consumer society, and so therefore the people who are selling us stuff, they're going to be pandering to us, i.e. telling us things that we want to hear, offering us things that we want, and that this is a good thing, right? We want the car that satisfies our needs. We want the food that we want. We want, chicken strips instead of sirloin steak or whatever. I mean, we want to be pandered to. We want the things that we want and not what somebody else wants, right? Yeah, but the problem is that, pandering can extend into things that are much more important than what you eat or what car you drive. Much more important, like, for instance, reality itself. Yeah, unfortunately, we're living in a period of time where people are willing to twist the truth, twist reality, in order to get the sale from you. And we're seeing it especially in the mainstream media, that they are willing to twist the truth and twist the facts in order to get the eyeballs, get the attention on their channel, their network, their website, whatever. And this is a disaster. See, it's a disaster because you start to consume the information that you want, which might not necessarily express the way reality actually is. Like on my channel, I get a lot of people who say that they agree with what I say. They say that they agree with what I say and that they think that what I say is just hunky-dory. And that's flattering, that's great, that's fantastic, but at the same time, I much prefer when people say that they don't agree with me on something. Yeah, because it means that they're thinking. Because ultimately, that's the point of my channel. The point of my channel is to get guys to be thinking about things that are important. Certainly, do I want people to agree with me? Yes. Do I want people to learn from what I have to say? Yes. But I also want them to disagree with me on occasion, on more than just one occasion. Because by disagreement, you can figure out what you really think. I studied philosophy in college, well, philosophy and history, but in philosophy, the most valuable thing I learned was the fact that only by way of disagreement can you often come to the truth, or come closer to the truth, okay? And you want disagreement because it's only by way of disagreement that you can figure out what you know and what is just an opinion. Because a lot of times you're going to be arguing with somebody in philosophy and you'll realize that what you think you know, quote unquote, is just an opinion. It's not an actual fact. And it's only by way of disagreement, that rough friction between two people disagreeing, that you can figure this out. But unfortunately, we're living in a time where, any kind of disagreement is verboten. Yeah, no disagreements. Everybody has to agree on everything, which is a disaster. Yeah, you want disagreement because that's how you can find the truth. Okay, it's only by way of disagreement. And especially in a democratic republic like the ones that we are living here in the Western democracies, we need disagreement. We don't need people to pander to us. And so you, as an adult, you have to start looking around at your information sources, at the people you follow, including my own channel, quite frankly. And you have to realize if you are being pandered to, if the person speaking to you is telling you the truth or telling you what you want to hear. If they're only telling you what you want to hear, then you got to cut them out. Yeah, because they're of no use to you. Yeah, I mean, it's the same as sort of like, staring at yourself in the mirror and talking to yourself in the mirror. And it's kind of ridiculous and foolish now, isn't it? Yeah, if you're listening to somebody and you're just nodding to everything that they say, then you know something's wrong. You know something's wrong. Everybody knows that I'm a conservative, right? I'm a political conservative. When I was younger, I wasn't. I was much more liberal, almost socialist, you could say. And then I went through a period of being sort of like a neoliberal, and now I guess I could say I'm a distributist, right? I'm against neoliberal economic ideology, but generally socially and culturally conservative. But see, I watch liberal YouTube channels and liberal and socialist and some communist Twitter feeds and whatnot. I actively go out to look for people who do not pander to me, who are pandering to a completely different audience. Because only by way of exposing myself to people who do not pander to me do I learn. Do I learn something? If only to confirm what I already think. Because a lot of times these leftists, right, they say things that I know for a fact are wrong, and I can easily prove that. And that's good and fine, because then I know for a fact that the things that I believe are true. Because I can listen to their arguments and I can counteract those arguments. 1, 2, 3, 4, done. I know for a fact that what I know is right and what they are arguing for is wrong. But on more than one occasion, they might say something that I hadn't considered. They might say something or hold an opinion that I disagree with on first blush. But thinking about it, I start to realize that they might have a point. And this is the important thing. You see, everybody in the world has an opinion about everything, right? But see, their opinions are validly held. They have good reasons to hold the opinions and beliefs that they hold. Sometimes those reasons, you and I might not think that they're very good reasons, but they have reasons. And many times their reasons, far from being trivial or inconsequential, are very, very good reasons to hold these beliefs very tightly. And what happens in our contemporary culture is that we're all living in our own independent bubbles. And it becomes very easy for us to discount anybody outside of our bubble and to automatically assume that they're stupid or evil or this, that, the other, right? But you can't go around the world thinking that way because it's not true. The vast majority, I'm talking 99.9999% of the population, they are decent people and they want only what's best for their family and their friends and themselves in that order. Yeah? Most people are, they're not that selfish, they're not that evil or cruel as to think something that's obviously not true. No. And they want what's best for the people around them, and they express opinions or ideas or beliefs that they think are true. And to discount that is foolish because, number one, it diminishes their humanity, and that's wrong. And number two, it blinds you from listening to a truth that they might have, but which you don't believe, but which might actually be the truth. That's why I despise all the censorship going on social media, on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, all the rest of them. Yeah, they are censoring people, and you could say that they're fascist or this or that or commies or whatever. It doesn't really matter what label you give them, right? But the thing is, see, it's only by way of listening to other people that we can figure out if they are accurate or not. If you silence a group of people, any group of people, there will be the natural human temptation to believe that those people who are being silenced, they might be speaking some truth. But the fact that social media is censoring everybody, and basically pandering to you because that's their job. Social media is all about pandering to you and giving you what you want to hear. Well, by doing that, it comforts you and keeps your eyeballs on their screens. But it doesn't allow you to grow. And that's the thing. And that's why you have to recognize when you are being pandered to. See, when somebody is pandering to you, you will not grow. You will stay the same, static. It's only by way of disagreement and conflict that we grow. And why do we want to grow and change? Because we want to get better, of course. Yeah, it's simple as that. We don't want to be pandered to. We don't want to listen to the same garbage day after day after day. We want to learn new things so that we can expand, grow, become better, and thereby achieve the things that we want to achieve in our lives. That's the point. And that's why pandering is so bad. You're listening to somebody, maybe me. You're listening to me and you're nodding. You should be suspicious. You should be extremely suspicious. Whenever you find yourself nodding along, be suspicious. Look for something that you disagree with whomever. Go looking for it. It will do you good. Because if you think something, whatsoever it may be, and you're absolutely positive that it's true, then you should have no trouble encountering somebody that totally disagrees with you and thinks something completely different, right? Because you know the truth, and it is true, right? So if you talk to somebody who's telling an obvious falsehood, you should be able to counteract that falsehood with valid arguments. Boom, just like that. So why are you afraid of that? Why are you afraid to go out and encounter people who disagree with you and who are speaking things that are not truth? If you know that you have the truth, then you're not afraid. If you are afraid, then it's probably because you've been pandered to for so long that you've confused what you believe with the truth, but you know in your heart that it's not true. The only person who fears an argument, who fears a discussion about what they believe, is someone who knows deep in their hearts that they are wrong.